Build a table with multiple legs. Part 2. Continuing from Part 1. Let's address what happens when your child resists building identity beyond sports, when they only want to think about, talk about, and do their sport. This is developmentally normal for passionate kids. When they love something, they want to immerse themselves in it. But your job isn't to follow their every impulse. It's to provide developmental what they need, even when it differs from what they want. Here's how to handle this. Acknowledge their passion. I love that you're so passionate about basketball. Set boundaries anyway. And we're still having family dinner. We're still reading before bed. We're still doing non-sport activity. Explain the why. These other parts of your life make you a more complete person, and having balance makes you a better athlete too. You don't need their agreement. You need to maintain the structure that supports broad development. Some parents face pressure from coaches or programs that communicate, if your child is serious about this sport, it needs to be their primary focus. This is often manipulative. Coaches benefit from year-round single-minded focus, but your child's long-term development might not. You can respect the coach's expertise about athletic development while maintaining your authority about whole-person development. I appreciate that you're helping my child develop their skills. I also need to make sure they're developing academically, socially, and in other areas. We're finding the balance that works for our family. If a coach can't respect that boundary, it might not be the right environment. For those dealing with pressure from a co-parent, if one parent is pushing for sports-only focus and you can't resolve the disagreement, focus on what you control during your parenting time. During your time, engage them as a whole person. Don't just talk about sports. Value their non-sport achievements. Create experiences that build other dimensions of identity. Here's something crucial. Narrow athletic identity often comes with performance anxiety. Think about it. If sports is the only thing that defines you, and sports is about performance, then every performance becomes high stakes. Your entire identity is on the line every game. But if sports is one important part of a multifaceted identity, performance matters but doesn't define your worth. The child with broad identity can play with less pressure because they know, I'm more than this game. I'm also a good student, a good friend, a good sibling, someone with other interests. This matters, but it's not everything. That psychological freedom actually improves performance. So building broad identity isn't a distraction from athletic excellence, it's a foundation for it. Here's what this looks like as they grow. A teenager with well-developed identity beyond sports can handle not making a team, disappointed but not destroyed. Season-ending injury, difficult but manageable. Choosing to step back from elite track to focus on other interests, or eventually transitioning out of competitive sports entirely. A teenager with only athletic identity faces those same situations as identity crises. You're building resilience now by ensuring sports isn't the only source of their self-worth. Your action this week. Take inventory. What are the legs of your child's table? What dimensions of identity are developing well? Which ones need more support? Then, choose one area beyond sports to actively engage with this week. If you always talk about their game, spend this week asking about school. If you rarely do non-sport activities together, plan something different this weekend. Some practical examples. The child who only wants to practice. I love your dedication, and we're also reading together before bed. That's non-negotiable. The child who makes everything about sports. That's interesting. Now, tell me about what you're learning in science. The child who doesn't want to do homework because they'd rather train. Your education matters as much as your sport. Both get your best effort. Remember Video 0. You're working within your constraints. Maybe you can't control everything about their schedule, but you can influence how you engage with them, what you value in interactions, what messages you send about their worth. Even small, consistent actions matter. Reading together, conversations about non-sport topics, celebrating non-sport achievements, maintaining family rituals that aren't sport-centered. Your child might push back. They might say sports is all they care about. That's developmentally normal. Your job isn't to diminish their passion. It's to ensure they're developing as complete humans who happen to be athletes, not just as athletes who happen to be human. That distinction will matter more and more as they progress. Build the table with multiple legs. It's one of the most important things you'll do for them.